Welcome to another start of the week where, as always, I just analyze all of these pairs and I'm going to show you which ones I'm going to be looking for the most to take a trade in. First three are all of them USD and they pretty much look the same. You're going to see USD CHF, USD CAD, and Euro USD. On the three of them, the week, we're not going to use it as much because as you can see, we are bearish here and we want to buy. On USD CAD, we are bearish as well and we want to buy. And on Euro USD, we are bullish and we are going to be selling. So the weekly doesn't have anything to give us for these three pairs. But if you go to the daily, you're going to see that the three of them look pretty much the same. So I advise you to at least look for one that gives you the most confidence or the best entry or the best risk to reward. Now, USDCHF, as you can see daily, we are bullish. We have this is the last previous structure point, so this is not gonna be on our confluences, but in the 4 hour, as you can see, we have our support and resistance area. That on the daily, we have only used it as resistance. And now that we are on top, we kind of have or had a rejection on Thursday. Now, if we go to the 4 hour, as you can see, we are bullish, higher high, higher low. Now we have a new higher high, higher low, and we are probably gonna break bearish as I'm seeing. Now I wanna pass really quick to USD CAD, so you're gonna see how it looks pretty much the same. Here we went bearish, bullish, last previous structure point, and now we have a retracement to where I'm gonna be buying. So as of now, this one even looks better because we have our last previous structure point on the same area, and as you can see, we use this area as support and resistance already, and another one as support. Where here we have a wick, we have only one resistance. On the 4 hour, it looks pretty nice though, and we have the EMA. And now on USD CAD here, we do not have the EMA, it's a little bit on top, but as you can see, we have a good support and resistance area used as support here, somewhere here, here too, resistance, a few weeks of resistance, and now we are bullish. We were bearish before. This is our last previous structure point. We switch bullish, and now we are kind of rejecting that point, and we have bounce of this area as support, which is good because as you can see, if we go to the 1 hour, it looks like a little bit more choppy, but as you can see, I have marked my support and resistance area on the lower time frames as well. And as you can see, it looks pretty decent, pretty good. Resistance many times, and it's all at the same level. That it's very close to my psychological number 38,500. I'm gonna mark it down. It's right here. So as you can see, this psychological number, support and resistance area, has been respected many times on the 1 hour. And well, if we go to the 4 hour, it's gonna be pretty much the same. So I don't know how the market is gonna open, but I'm gonna be paying attention on the first London session and New York session because I think we can catch a good trade here in the 1 hour. On USD CAD, the EMA is kind of there. Let me see. We are currently bearish, so I'm gonna be waiting for a shift of structure. Maybe if we can get on top of this EMA, and just in case this doesn't do it enough for you, because there's two kind of trades that you can take here. I'm gonna explain this one first. If we go to the 4 hour too, you can see that we have another support and resistance area. So if anything, this could be my first take profit. Maybe when I do get my entry on the right session, you can get a better stop loss. But I think from here, it looks pretty good because look at where the price has stopped here many times. And I think if we go below this point, is either because we haven't switched bullish or because maybe we are gonna be going to the downside. So let's have patience and wait. But as I was saying, you can take a good stop loss here and a 2 point, well, from here is a 2.5, just to give an example. And as you can see, this has been a well-respected support and resistance area here. We didn't get all the, we didn't come to this box that I have marked down, but in the past we have done that many times, even weeks, many times. And we only have this week here, and here we were very close on this too. But I think price is gonna end up going to the upside. If you want to have a maybe less risky play, maybe you can put a stop loss here. And or if you want to add another take profit, which I do sometimes, this is a good take profit number 2. Even here, let's see how it looks on the 1 hour. Okay, so right here, as you can see, kind of support and resistance here, support, and look, we have another psychological number. So if anything, you can put your second take profit at the psychological number right here, even a little bit more further up. But this could be our first trade. That probably will happen at the same time as USDCHF, where I'm gonna be expecting, because we are bearish, I just wanna get closer to this box and maybe have a, well, we're gonna switch bearish on the 4 hour as well. I'm just gonna be waiting for a shift of structure. And here I only see one take profit. If anything, maybe here. Look how I just go to a psychological number just by, like, I was following where the price has stopped here many times, and then where the price stopped here once. And as you can see, I just find myself in a psychological number. So if anything, this could be your first take profit if you wanna lock in some profits and have a risk-free trade. You can also move your stop loss. And another one which also looks very good. I think any of these can happen, but if they do happen, they will probably happen at the same time, unless maybe CAD, CHF, or Euro does not make it happen. But as you can see, Euro USD, daily, same thing. If you look at this, they are the same thing. These ones are going to the upside, and this one is going to the downside. We're bullish, we switch bearish, pullback, and then I feel like we could have had a bigger candle on Friday for all of them. If you see, we left a wick that I think we're gonna be filling on the next few candles, if not the next one. But yeah, pullback, and it looks like we are ready to go to the downside now. Let's go to the 4 hour here. As you can see, very well respected support and resistance area. You only gotta see this just to know. Bearish, last previous structure point, rejection of the last previous structure point. We're coming a little bit. We came to the box again, to our area, and we have the EMA. It looks pretty good to me. They all basically look the same. If anything, USDCHF doesn't make it for me because of the EMA, and I mean, doesn't make it as good. Don't get me wrong. I think these are all gonna happen at the same time. Back to your USD. 1 hour. For me, we are bullish. If anything, I do not count this as an elbow, but if you do, hey, I don't think we went bullish here. No, we didn't. So maybe I'm gonna be expecting a shift of structure. If anything, the easiest shift of structure that I do see is on USD CAD. unless we do not go below this point, and then this is our um, lower high, which that looks a little bit not good to take a trade. But yeah, I think these are three solid options that are going to happen at the same time. So take a look at them, especially from Sunday to Monday and throughout the rest of the week as well. USD I'm already on this trade. This one is basically what should have happened here. It didn't happen. I'm okay with that. But it's the same thing. Bearish. Now we switch bullish. Pullback, impulse. Literally, we are buying here. So look, it literally looks the same. Yeah, you cannot deny it. So this one, I'm going to break it down a little. I do not see another entry unless it's on this area, but that was my take profit number one, and this is my take profit number two. As you can see, let me just break this down really quick. I think this I already explained on the other ones. It's basically the same. Here it looks like we're bearish, we switch bullish, a little pullback, not enough to buy here. And I also want to buy on top of this area now. Look, well, let me break down the 4 hour before jumping to the 1 hour. We are bullish. Last previous structure point rejection. It's 7 a.m. So New York opens. And I take the trade. And as you can see from there, we went to the upside. Let's go to the 1 hour just to look it up. We are bullish. And now we switch bearish. Now we switch bearish again. Lower low, lower high. We broke. Now we are bullish. Last previous structure point rejection, a doji candle. Okay, now bullish. We kind of switch bearish here, but this is just already going. And the volume didn't came in as quick as I thought it was gonna be, but it ended up happening. From here, we just switch bearish on this zone. If we go further on the 1 hour, as you can see, I have marked this zone down and I had to go to the left. Okay, this candle closed here. This candle also closed here. Let me start making the box from here. This is basically what I did. And as you go further to the right, you can see how many times price has stopped. So I knew if price just stops here and we shift structures, we are basically rejecting this area. So New York opens. It was really clear that it was a good trade to take. It could have gone to stop loss, but as you can see, it barely touched stop loss. So good trade right there. First, take profit. Why? Let's go to the 1 hour so you can see it. When we are on top, we use it as support. When we are below this zone, we use it as resistance. And that's basically what happened. And it's also a psychological number. I think price can come all the way up here. If we go to the 1 hour, you can basically see why we have this. It doesn't look as clear, but it's the only other price point that I see that price has kind of stopped many times at. And also I think we can just come all the way up here, but this is going to be my final take profit, at least for now. Of course, I took some profits here and I moved my stop loss to, I don't know if it to break even, but basically what I gain here, I think my stop loss is kind of like this right now. So, well, that happened here is basically what I'm waiting on this one, that it did not happen on last Friday. Now, to go to one different, it's going to be NCD USD. I'm already on this trade as we are speaking right now. I'm holding throughout the weekend. And as you can see, we're bullish on the weekly. Doesn't matter because I'm pretty disappointed that we didn't shift bearish on the daily. But on the 4 hour, we shift bullish. Now we are bearish. It looks like we have a last previous structure point reaction. We had the movement to the downside, and then we came back here, another rejection because we're below the zone. So now we're on here, and if you go to the 1 hour, it just makes sense. I did the same thing. I had this on my big zone here. I put the box. I started off this one and this one because I want to sell, so I'll try to go for something under this area. And just look at these three bodies closing here, this one as well. All of these close at the same point, when I'm below bearish, when I'm on top bullish. So if you had any doubts about the area, that's why. And to be honest, I don't even know if this is gonna end up happening. I'm not happy that we didn't shift bearish. I thought we were gonna shift bearish before, but oh well, it is what it is. Maybe I'll close it, maybe I won't. But for now, at least if I do close it, maybe it's on break even. But we'll see. We'll see. I have faith, and I have a good stop loss, I think. Now, next one, it's gonna be GBP USD. All of them have been USD. I know, but they're just good setups for USD. But I have a couple of more that I added that are not USD. Okay, GBP USD. Weekly doesn't matter, but we are on a support and resistance on the weekly, as you can see. Very well respected in the past. Now we go to the daily. We did not shift bearish here as well. I mean, we had to create another higher high, and we haven't. I did not get in this trade, but because this doesn't make it for me that good. But I'm thinking about it because, I mean, we have a bunch of USD. I could have even take this off, and I'm pretty sure this all look better. But just to break it down, if anything, I like this area a lot. This could be actually one quick take profit if you get a good stop loss. But here, I mean, if you want to say we're bullish from here, then we shift bearish, but then we shift bullish again. Will you count this as an elbow? I kind of do, to be honest. So bearish, and now it looks like we're gonna go bearish, but hey, I don't like this one now. Maybe we went below this one because what I'm thinking is maybe this can be the lower low, and this one could be the lower. I mean, this one can be the higher high, and this one can be the higher low. So if anything, I wanna break under this point and use this as rejection to then go to the downside. That's also an option, a solid option, to be honest. But I mean, if we get to be bearish here, I mean, if we get all the way down here, we probably have a rejection from here. So I was thinking about it, but I did not take the trade, as you can see. Well, next one is going to be AUDCHF. This one is already on take profit. I just want to show you really quick because just to give a quick example of the entry that I have been explaining recently. We're bearish on the daily. This only happened on the 4 hour, but as you can see, we clearly have 3 reactions that are just together. And we have 4 candles that kind of stop here or start here. And when I took the trade, and this was on our previous week's analyze market breakdown, as also use the JPY. But as you can see here, very quick, we shift bearish, now we shift bullish. I mean, we kind of shift bullish here. Now we keep going bullish, we shift bearish, but the important thing is we have this big impulse to the upside, and we have this pullback to the downside. I'm sorry. As you can see here, we start grabbing the order area from here, as we could have done on the 4 hour as well. And as you can see, it just looks very clear how many times has priced up here at this same point here. We use it as rejection below, and now we're on top, so boom. And well, I do not see another entry for this, but I think I could be expecting price to come all the way up here. Yes. And for our, just to see, yeah, last previous structure point here. If you want to enter here, up to you. I'll think about it, but I think there's better trades for the week. But this doesn't look bad at all. I think we're gonna get all the way up here because basically I think if we wanna be, even if we wanna keep going to the downside, we have to touch the EMA at least, or the last previous structure point, or another support and resistance area. But also there's nothing here in the past, lowest point ever. So I'll just say that. And last one is gonna be Euro GBP. This one, why is this one all the way down here? I'll put it here, of course. Look at this trade. Bullish, bearish, with a very, very well respected support and resistance area. Look here. Below resistance, on top support. Now, we're bearish. Just imagine on the daily. Just imagine we break under new lower low, last previous structure point right here in our area. It's just a matter of time for price to come all the way here and have a rejection out of all of those things. Of all of those things. Where if we go to the 4-hour, it's pretty much the same, lower low. I mean, we kind of okay, this is your lower low. Okay, we're bullish now, but this was our previous lower low. Now, and we're not gonna be rejecting this one, but we can create a new lower low here and have a rejection with the daily and the 4-hour at the same time of both last previous structure point. Find an entry on the lower time frame strike session, and price should move to the downside from here. Of course, I'm gonna take a trade below this area, or it can be at this area, to be honest. I like it very, very much. And it's not a USD trade, so hey, these three, USD JPY is already on the way, but it's a good example. Euro GBP, very, very good trade. Now we just need the new lower low. And CD USD, hey, you're trying, bro. I appreciate it. Let's see. GBP USD. I don't know if you should be here or I should put an alarm here. So, hey, AUDCHF. If you want to take the risk, but at the same time, I don't know. It looks like good to me at some point. And if we go to the 4-hour, higher high, higher low, new higher high, last previous structure point, hey, I'm buying this, to be honest. Euro GBP, where is it? Okay, here. Next to Euro GBP, so this three, use the JPY, okay, you're in the past. I mean, I'm on this trade, so not in the past for me. But Euro USD, I mean, these three, Euro GBP, AUDCHF, USD JPY, these are gonna be my main ones. I'll leave this here for now, but you can be the last ones. And there's another one like GBP and CD. I don't know if I should put this here, but hey, just to show you really quick. Actually, no. AUD/USD, I mean, bullish. I have my alarm here. I showed this pair on the last week's video and it did not happen. It didn't even hit my alarm. So, hey, I don't know. You're playing and I don't like that. If we shift and bullish here, this was actually an L that I took, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take this trade anytime because it was very similar to the trade that I took on USDJPY and on AUDCHF, and hey, it works. But this time on NZDJPY, it didn't work. it went bullish. It makes sense. USD JPY went bullish as well, and I was able to take advantage of this one. So hey, not complaining at all. These are gonna be all of our pairs. We have 3, 6, 7, 8. Let's say 6 because this one's 2 doesn't make it that much for me. Although I'm already on this one, so who knows? Who knows? But well, that's gonna be everything for this video. I'm working on some videos just because I know there are some questions about the entry and things like that. But hey, I think I'm getting better at explaining and showing my analysis. So hey, I'm very happy for that. So see you guys in the next one. I hope you can make good profits and gains from all of this, and especially start winning here. Very important. If you're gonna miss the trade, but you at least didn't lose here, and you gotta start winning here in order to start winning there. I'll see you guys in the next one.